Okay. Just wait for some people to get on here. Wait for my mods to come on. Make sure this thing's straight. Oh, good enough, whatever. Hi, everybody. Hi, Carol. How are you, sweetie? It's good to see you. Hi, Tracy. Hey, girl. It's been a busy day today, Tracy. Hi, Lee. Oh, my God. Hey, buddy. Oh, we got 3 on here. We got 3. We'll give it a couple more minutes. How you guys doing? Carol, I'm going to have to come over to Ohio and come see you, girl. It has been a busy day today. Very busy day. I'm tired. I don't work half as hard as other people, but I don't know, maybe after last night and all that and me being obnoxious and loud. Somebody text Dave and let him know I'm going to be on. Maybe he's not driving. He can jump on here because I'd love to have his opinion. And I need to let Mags know because we need Mags in on this conversation. So I'll just, since it's just us 3, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So as you all know, I was with Bob Hayden, Julie, James, and Chuck, and myself all went to the, Mags at the Vigil. Okay. We all went to Russellville to hear what the city council had to say. And I'll be posting links on my Facebook page. There's another gal there that she was filmed it, and she's been breaking it up in parts because the internet service was horrible and I was not able to live stream as I'd wanted. There were at least, I would say, 150 people there. I don't think there were 200, but about 150. It was very surprising. I'd like to know who called in the big-time law enforcement to be there. The state troopers were there and the sheriff's department. Oh, did you forward one, Tracy? Oh, great. Thank you. I'm going to be re-watching all of them because, you know, they did a lot of talking. And I'm speaking about the people that were from Heritage. And a lot of times when people do a lot of talking, when they're trying to cover things up, you get a lot of information if you go back and listen. And you know what to listen for. So, I have to say, if anybody watches the video, you're going to hear me. Anybody who knows me, I'm sorry. I was a bit on a roll, and I was pretty loud. Pretty loud and obnoxious, I'd have to say. But I guess I had forgotten how much I kind of like protesting. But anyway, it was informative. So to get back to it, there were, I want to say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. I'd have to go back and look at the video. Representatives of Heritage. There were 2 senator representatives, and there was 1 senator there, and then the mayor, and then the county commission, and I should have gone over and introduced myself to the county commission and gotten to know who they were, but I didn't. I don't know why. Do my glasses look foggy to you guys? They look really weird for some reason. My device is too hot. It's overheating. How could it be overheating? I just started. I've got to get one of those fans. So anyway, we have to be loud and proud. Carol, darling, let's just say I was Jenny Loud, and I was hoarse this morning, and I couldn't hardly talk last night, and I was talking to Tony and Kim on the way home, the 2-hour drive home, and I was still hoarse this morning when I was talking to David. Oops. But I was loud last night, and I was loud. It wasn't because I wanted to be obnoxious or that I'm just this obnoxious person. I don't think I am. I don't think God thinks I am. But I just was angry, and I was mad, and not mad, and not even angry, but I was really trying to get, well, thanks, Carol. I was really trying to get certain points across to the township. And I really regret, sometimes I kind of get in my own way. And I regret not going up and getting that microphone. Because the town, they have some really smart people there. And which I was really happy to see. I heard you through the live video. Was it really bad, Tracy? Was it bad? Oops, I'm sorry. Was it bad, Tracy? Did it just sound like a loud, obnoxious chick in the background, or was I making sense? Oh, that is so funny. Oh my. But the point I'm making is that I was really trying to get certain points. No, not bad. I was happy to hear you and James. Yeah, James. Bobby was in on it too. Bobby wasn't Mr. Silent. Now, Chuck didn't say a word during the whole thing, and Julie didn't say anything, but Bobby was in on it too. So it wasn't just me. Ooh, oops. Boom, boom, as Kentucky would say. Somebody text her. I want Kentucky on here. I miss talking to her. With all this, ask not. This is me after the fact. This is so wrong. Oh yes, it was. We'll get into the meat of it. Don't get me loud. You better run SC. Somebody text Kentucky. Let her know I'm on here. I want to talk to Kentucky. So anyway, I was really trying to, but there was a more dignified and I think a better way. I was trying to get certain points across to the community. And that, number one, somebody needs to be on the phone calling attorneys and finding an attorney. And they've got to get an injunction. Now, I am really impressed with this Hannah gal. And I'll tell you, she is a cool chick. And I look forward to meeting her. I saw her there filming. She's got somebody who is getting her the procedure to file an injunction. And that's what they've got to do. They've got to get an injunction to stop any further shipments coming in. I have no doubt that there were trucks coming in probably while we were at the meeting. I think that, the staff there, they were not even supposed to let the cat out of the bag, which they didn't do until about an hour and a half into the meeting. And boy, when they admitted, and he slipped up and stated that the trucks had already come in and they'd already buried it, I thought the people were going to come off the stands. It was, they were not happy. they were not happy because the whole meeting was on the premise that none of it had come in yet and that the people were going to have a voice, and they squashed it. I mean, they made it very clear. And that's the staff were arrogant to begin with, but they got real arrogant after it was let out that yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, and it's already here. So sorry, so sad, too bad. That was their opinion. But I was being loud because I was trying to get certain points across to the community. And I am tickled that, and I'm very impressed with this Hannah, and she's got some other people that are really on it. They've already located the contracts. I'll be posting those on my Facebook. So if we've got anybody in this group, anybody who watches this, you can get a hold of me at liberty@1776rm.com. And I'm looking for people who know how to read these DoD contracts. Anybody who's in the DoD and knows the inner workings. We've got some other ends and some other departments that I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag that Hannah has, which is seriously sweet. But this is important. My concern is that there is a loophole in the EPA for Indiana, for environmental management of Indiana, that there's a loophole. And that's why they're able to bring these trucks in here. And I'm concerned that they're going to disperse it throughout Indiana. That is my concern. And that's why we need to get an injunction on heritage. I was looking at, and I am not going to pretend, I was looking at the information that I was sent, and I think I was reading it correct, but I have to admit it was a bit over my head. But yeah, they've got contracts with the Environmental Protection Agency all the way through, I saw 2026. So they plan ahead. They know what they're doing. It's a huge company we're dealing with. And I wanted I spoke to several people when I was leaving, and I was walking out in the parking lot, and I was wanting them to understand that they are not dealing with just heritage, that they're dealing with the feds. They're dealing with the EPA. And the EPA they do what they want. But I also made a huge mistake where there was another gentleman that got up and spoke. And I tagged Bob in this. I was very pleased that gentleman was speaking and saying, you know, it's time to be responsible for your elections. It's time to be responsible for your community. And it starts in your community. It doesn't start out here with the presidential election. It starts in your community and what happens in your community, and you electing your county commissioners and your mayor. Those are the guys who are making decisions that affect your pockets directly. Now, I got a text message today that the county is getting a kickback. I have to verify this. I don't know that that is... I don't know that that is absolutely true. This is a list of things that I need help with. I am not an internet warrior. I can sit next to somebody, a couple of my friends, and I'll be Googling the same thing, and they'll have 4 pages and found paragraphs of all kinds of things, and I'll have 1 paragraph. So I'm not the one... you need help in Ohio with other issues. Okay, well, you know, Carol, this is the time. This is the time. Now is the time for all of us. We've got to speak up. I'm done with the sitting back, doing nothing, and, oh, you know, it's going to be taken care of. Number one, we've all got to pray. First and foremost, we have all got to get down on our knees and beg forgiveness for destroying this incredible country and allowing this to happen. 2, we've all got to educate ourselves, me included. And 3, we've got to take action. And so this is what I'm needing help with. Now, we found the bid that they did, and so that's on my list. So we found the bid. It's the Heritage Environmental. And who is doing the trucking for them? So we need to spread the word, and I need to find out. This is information that I need, and you can send it to Carol. If you can pop that, my email on there, 1770 liberty at 1776rm.com. I'd appreciate it, honey. Or, do not send me anything in Messenger. I will not get it right now. I still cannot get that thing unlocked. But we're wanting to know the trucking companies. If anybody knows people who are on the ground in East Palestine, I would like to speak to them. I'd like to know who they are. And I won't be putting it on live or anything like that, but I'd like to talk to them. I need to speak with them. But we're looking for who is the trucking company. Now, I know Heritage has their own trucks, but there's other trucking companies from what I understand, and we want to know who they are. If anybody has an in or knowledge with dispatchers so that we can track these trucks, I want to know if these trucks are going around all over the U.S. From what I understand, I think, Tracy, you told me the name on one of the trucks I see online today was Heritage. Yeah, Heritage is one of them, but there's other trucking companies, and we need to know who they are. So, I think it was Tracy that told me that Michigan, the dump site, landfill, turned them away. From what I understand, I have not verified this. I'm repeat this. I have not verified this, but from what I understand from a very reliable source that was sent to me today, my phone doesn't usually blow up, but it was blowing up today. Train came in and the train was glowing. So, but that is not verified. So I'm going to be very careful about, people who want to make a big deal out of something that's not true. I need somebody who knows how to follow the money. Most trucks will be unmarked. Well, don't they have to have a DOT on them? They have to have a DOT number because they got to go through the weigh scales. So they're going to be marked somehow. They're not going to be able to be totally unmarked. I don't care if it's just a license plate, but we're going to find it out, and we're not going to be passive about this, and I'm not going to be nice about it. So I'm looking for someone who knows how to follow the money. I am wanting to know Heritage donated, and I will post the link. It's an article by the laprogressive.com, laprogressive.com. And Mike Pence has ties to the PFAS and incinerators in Indiana. So I want to know who Heritage has donated to. And that's public record. We should be able to get that if we have people on our team that can just focus in on one thing and help me do the digging. I cannot do all the digging for this. I need all of you. I need everybody to help. So we've got to follow the money. We want to know what politicians, representatives, senators, county commissioners, governors. Obviously, the Indiana governor has sold Indiana out. We want to know how much money he's gotten. And so we need a couple of people, my internet warriors, all in the 1776, all of you that have sent in applications and that you didn't want to be boots on the ground. That is cool. That is cool. this is when I am calling all of you in. I am calling all of you in. And if you could please get in touch with me and give me your skill set. Tell me what it is you're good at finding. But I want to follow the money. We got to follow the money. And it can't be a one-time thing. We got to follow the money all the way throughout this entire year. We've got to keep checking again and again. They're going to try and hide stuff right now. If there's anyone that's on the ground, as I stated earlier, if they've got anyone on the ground that's got video, if you could please get it to me, because we want to disperse this. If there's anything that is going to piss people off or possibly wake them up, there's two things. One, you mess with their kids. Two, you tell them that water's going to get poisoned, or their playgrounds are going to get poisoned because there's toxic waste getting dumped in their backyard. So let's get the word out of where all this junk is going. It's time. I've just had enough with playing nice. Is Norfolk Southern coming to Indiana? I need somebody to research that. Now, everybody, if you are in Indiana, if you are from Indiana, you need to go to Liberty. If you can put this up, Carol, I'd appreciate it. I know, Carol. I know you're mad, honey. It's called libertydefense.us/toxic waste. Here, I'm going to see if you can see it there. Everybody see it right there? Is that clear enough? So it's called libertydefense.us/toxic waste. So we need to find out who signed off on all this. Well, my guess is the governor did. But they can't come on into a state, from what my understanding is, and I'm going to be learning all this. They cannot come into a state without filing with the EPA. So we got a lot of information we need to find out. And I really want to know about the money and where it went. So back to the meeting. I was pleased to see that there were a lot of people there that were not too emotional. They were intellectual. They kept their heads. They'd done their research. It's obvious. I mean, the mayor acted like a petulant child. He was all upset, and because people were calling him out. You know, why didn't you stop this? And he came in and he was all whiny and that I've been on the phone for the last 72 hours. Well, this contract would have not technically been granted 3 days ago or 4 days ago now, but you'll never convince me that it was not the day the accident happened, that there weren't phone calls being made to the EPA and their buddies saying, hey, Johnny Joe, I want that contract. That's just the way they work. That's just the way, unfortunately, the world works, and especially the way the government works. So, he got really upset. He got real upset when, I pointed out that he might have gotten a kickback, or that he's going to get kickbacks, and that he's responsible for his community. Wasn't very happy with me on that one. Oops. The senators, representatives, and all them, they didn't like it. I was very vocal. I stood up and I pointed right at them and told the community, those are the people that are responsible for this. They took an oath. They took an oath to protect this state, and they are not, by allowing, and what most people don't realize is this is over an aquifer. And there's, from what I understand, I have to look on a map, there's 2 rivers also that drain down through this area. So if something bad were to happen, it would destroy southern Indiana. Just absolutely destroy the bottom half of Indiana that all that water supplies to. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just not. But looking at this, my estimation that a year from now, you're going to start seeing land being bought up. You're going to start seeing tiny little homesteads packing up and leaving because they're going to get bought out. And people are going to think, oh, they're being bought out by individuals. And it's not going to be individuals. It's individuals that are going to be coming in and representing big companies. And before that area knows it, they're going to be all bought up by a big company like Eli Lilly, who apparently is rearing its ugly head here in Indiana. So anyway, those are the things, everybody, that I'm going to destroy all the state parks area, draws thousands out from there. Well, I don't want to predict something. I'm going to pray that it's not going to destroy the state parks. I'm going to pray to God that 3 mil 45-year-old from 1945 or 45-year-old plastic is going to hold. That's what we're going to have to hope for. We're going to have to pray for. Not hope for, we're going to have to pray for. So I just wanted to go over my list. I'm going to try and give posts every day. Like I said, I've got some links that I will share, and anybody who is able to really read them and talk to me and educate me on what I'm looking at, I would really appreciate it. So get in touch with me at Liberty. So Carol, what are you upset about in Ohio other than basically the rail system poisoned one of your beautiful little towns? If we've got to take action in Ohio, we'll take action in Ohio. We're all gonna stand up and we're gonna fight this together. All right, you guys have gotten quiet on me. There's only 9 of you. So we're gonna share this and get this information out. But all in all, it didn't just ruin a little town. We all are being affected of what's happened to this, and our governor is a rhino and doesn't care about. Who is your governor? Please educate me. I don't remember. Who is your governor? I don't know why my glasses look all foggy. It's weird. Well, I'm having to educate myself. We've got... I know we've got Governor Holcomb, who can issue an executive order to stop the waste from being dumped here. But, he's not working. Oh, it's DeWine. Okay. He's not wanting to get reelected, so he doesn't care. You got Representative Bo Baird, and he could do all that's in his power to stop the toxin. Think, Tracy, it was you that told me that we have a good, here in Indiana, that we've got a good district attorney, or attorney general, excuse me. We need to cultivate that relationship. And this is another thing that I made a big mistake at the meeting, was I should have pointed out the sheriff, and that sheriff had more power than any of these senators or any of these. That sheriff, they are what stands between us and the feds. And that's a relationship that community really needs to cultivate. But they all are going to really need to watch the money. They're going to need to watch their county commissioners. They're going to need to watch their planning committees. If they're like most county commission and planning committees, they are in it for themselves. And they are not in it for the community. And they're going to need to be watched. Yep. Rakita, I emailed him today, and I'm contacting one of his friends that lives out by my... Good. Good. You know, I had never been to that part of Indiana, and it's real. It's got some cute little towns. Okay, so the county commissioners are Dave Berry, Rick Woodall, and Thomas Helmer. And this is another thing that I got kind of snarky, and they said that, you know, they test for all the, you know, is it the dioxin? What is it called? Yeah, dioxin, chlorinated dioxin. You know, they said that they do all their testing and everything. And of course, me, the mouth, had to spew out, oh, you mean like Pfizer? You know, so like kind of like Pfizer does all their own testing. Oh, Pfizer's so great. So, yeah. But all in all, the meeting was, I was glad to see the big turnout. I was very pleased to see the big turnout. It was interesting to see no less than 25. I don't think there were 30, maybe 25. There were state troopers and sheriff there, but it was predominantly state troopers. There was one state trooper that wasn't happy with me and my mouth, but I don't care. You know, state taxes, pay your salary, and I don't care. So what else about the meeting? You know, they just, what people need to understand, especially now that we know it's a done deal, is to get the injunction to stop any further dumping, especially any further dumping throughout the state. That's what I'm concerned about, is everybody's looking over here and there's something else going on over there and over here and down there. That's what I'm concerned about. That they're bringing those trucks in, and they're bringing them in really fast. And so they have definitely found a loophole, and they're gonna get it, because they're gonna want that contract and they're gonna want that money. They're making a lot of money from what I saw, a lot of money. Okay, what else about the meeting? That's about it. You know, like I said, I stayed to almost the end. I left before the very, very end. I was tired. I had a 2-hour drive home. I'm trying to think of anything else that, you know, they just tried to explain away, you know, their protocols, and if anything happens and that. And it's the same. I felt like I was sitting there watching a Lifetime movie. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was sitting there watching a Lifetime movie play out right before my eyes. And I feel very, very bad for that community. Their properties are, you know, values are going to go down. Especially since this has made national news. And so, yeah. But anyway, back to my list, everybody. Please, I'm going to get on Facebook, and I'll do something again tomorrow morning. And it's just really important. You know, pop this on all your Facebook pages. You know, tell everybody what I need help with. I want to follow the money. I need to know about donations. I need to know about donations that, you know, went to Ohio. I need to know about donations that went to Indiana. I want to follow the money. You can always dig it out if you follow the money. I want somebody who knows how to read those contracts and make good sense of it. We're looking for anybody who's got contacts with big environmental attorneys. This community needs help. This community needs help. It needs help big time. And it's not fair what's been done to them. And it's not right the way it was done to them. And my guess is they're quietly doing it in other communities, probably all across the U.S. So anyway, if you are part of Indiana and a resident, go to libertiesdefense.us/toxic waste, and sign the petition. All right, everybody. I'm not as chatty as David is. I don't have as much to say. My life's very boring. For those of you that wonder, I know I have not been on in forever. I had some life changes come about, and I have gotten all my things up from Florida. I am buried in boxes. I'm trying to get a new business started up and get too much stuff unpacked into a tiny little 900 square foot place, and that has no closet space. And unfortunately, I sold all of my furniture, which was kind of a really big mistake. So just so you know, all is good. I'm still part of 1776. I'm just not in the forefront. I talk to David all the time. I talk to Brian. You know, I text with Bob every once in a while. So, you know, all is good. I am still very much a part of 1776. And, oh, here, let me see if I can get this. I'll show you what just came in the mail today. I'm very happy about. So look what came in the mail today. So my hat that's signed by everybody on the national team. I am tickled, very, very tickled. I have my hat. So thanks to Shannon. Thank you, Shannon. Nurse Scooter. So I have my hat, and I'm not going to wear it. There may be an auction coming up in April. I will let you all know. And I may redonate it back and see if it can make some more money for us. So anyway, hey guys, thank you. Love you all. And spread the word. And please, if anybody could help me with doing some of this digging, I would greatly appreciate it. Russellville, the town in Indiana, Russellville, Indiana, they need your help. All right, guys. Love you all, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.